changing the diff fluid on the GM 10 bolt diff here. This is the same thing that you would do for most older differentials without a drain hole here or anything. What you do is you get your drain pan, you undo, I didn't get a video of this, but it's not that complicated, is you undo all these first, all the lower ones, and and take these ones off. And then your top one, you just take it off a little bit so it's still in there. So it's still, the pan cover is something to hang on to. You pry the bottom off and let it all drain into there. Now before you do all this, you should make sure that your fill plug is loose and you can actually get it off, otherwise you won't be able to fill it up after. I cleaned it up a little bit. Next thing you're going to want to do is scrape all the old gasket material off with razor blade. That's what I use. Here's my diff cover. You put that back on there and fill it up after this is done drying, and I got clear coat dried on top of it. I like to paint stuff. You don't have to do this, although I highly recommend it. Next step is get your RTV. I use Permatex Right Stuff, they call it. Says like 5 minutes, it's good to go. And just go around all your bolt holes with a nice bead. Next step is to put this back on. Okay, so now got all the bolts back on there. Got my fill hole ready to go. Just gotta wait probably another 15 to 20 minutes for the RTV to be ready enough for me to tighten the bolts down. And the torque spec on these is 22 foot-pounds. So I'll get back to you and start doing that part. Then we'll fill it up. Now I'm gonna tighten these down. I'm gonna start here, then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one at 22 foot-pounds, and I have the torque wrench set. Okay, so now we got that tightened down. Just gonna fill it up with gear oil until it just starts to come back out of it and drips out. Then you just tighten it back up and just go a little bit past. Hand tight. And this diff requires an 80 or 75 W90. That's what the 10 bolt needs, and if your diff says to use different fluid, just use whatever specified. Okay, so I used both 2 quarts there and it wasn't quite full yet, so lucky I had another spare sitting around. It's like a little over half full, so we'll see how much of this we use. I just need a little bit more. Now we're good. Put this back in. And that is a 15. So got a hand tight and just do a little bit more there, and yeah, that should be good. Gonna clean that up a little bit. Got some brake clean here. I never have enough brake clean. And that's how you do that. Service, drain and fill, GM 10 bolt. Or again, most old school differentials are pretty similar to this. And this one took like 2.5 quarts of oil. Have a good one.